Good evening. I was not expecting that intro. It was a drum roll. Yay! So excited. Thank you very much, Dolly and JJ, for that drum roll. Well, good evening and welcome to Sweet Sounds Around Town. We'd like to thank you so very much for tuning in and for being with us this evening. As many of you already know, this relatively new series serves as a temporary replacement for the Cool House concerts. The Cool House concerts, in case you're unfamiliar with the series, were scheduled to take place during the spring and summer months of this year, just as they took place last year when we all gathered to hear great live music under the stars in the beautiful backyard of Dolly and JJ's house out there in Van Nuys. But because of our current situation, our good friends at Divine Rebel Music have chosen to reinvent the series as Sweet Sounds Around Town. And while we do, of course, miss those days of us all being gathered listening to live music under the stars and mingling with the musicians, we're also very grateful for the opportunity to still be able to come together and experience these always excellent live shows online. Seems to be the norm these days. And tonight, of course, is no exception, as we have very high caliber music guests who are going to be joining us and performing for us in just a little while. First, we're going to be hearing from Non-Duo. They're a wonderful Los Angeles-based duo consisting of Marina Gutman and Paul McCarthy. They're both excellent musicians in their own right, and together they're creators of musical magic in their two-person group. And we'll just find out about that in a little while. And as you may know, they have for a number of years been a very positive and consistent part of our musical community, and we're looking forward to reconnecting with them in just a little while, as I said. And shortly after that, we're going to be hearing from Greg Gilman. Greg is the lead singer of a wonderful band called Greg in Good Company. He's also the songwriter for that band, and they're a good, really good five-piece band. But tonight, as a special treat, an unusual treat, is just going to be Greg singing and playing for us solo. Just for us. And if you tuned into our episode of Songs and Sit Downs just a couple of weeks ago, you'll know what an excellent performer that Greg happens to be. And so it's going to be a great hour plus, hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes, hour and 10 minutes. Who knows? But it's going to be at least an hour. And however long it's going to be, I promise you, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great music. We're going to chat just a little bit to our musical guest. It's going to be Non-Duo and Greg Gilman. But first, as we always do, let's check in with our fearless leaders over there at Divine Rebel Music headquarters. This is Dolly and JJ.
Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Great.
As I said, you guys surprised me with that drum roll. That was awesome. I don't think I've.
You deserve a drum roll, my friend.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've ever had one before, so it felt good. It felt good.
At leleast it wasn't a hook taking you off stage. You know?
I know. Well, that'll come later. If we go beyond an hour, it might come later. Yeah. So, you guys. So, what's going on, guys? Do we have any announcements from Divine Rebel Music HQ?
Well, how about we've been working on getting up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're not there. So that's something that would be great if I'm going to post the link in the comments, and if everyone, all our friends here would be so kind to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also Owen's YouTube channel, that would be great.
Yes, thank you. And then we're eventually going to be able to monetize it.
Exactly.
And when we do these shows, we're not going to have to ask for a cover charge.
That's
we'll
right.
be making so much money.
That's right.
So, really,
so much money.
It's an investment in the audience's future.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Great.
So other than that, we've just got great shows coming up, which we'll go over that later.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yeah. Yes,
that's all we have here. But everyone, thanks for joining us.
Yep.
We're really happy to be showcasing these two artists, and we're just happy that we can do this. That's all.
And as always, thank you for bringing us all together. Without you, we'd all be isolating without any live music. And so thank you.
Well, there's still live music out there, but that's why we're so happy that you guys are choosing us. So thanks for that.
I guess there's a lot of stuff online, but you're bringing our community together. You're bringing our community together, and we look forward to the Cool House concerts coming back, hopefully. I mean, probably won't be till next year, but that's going to be fun. But in the meantime, you know, we have plenty going on. So thank you
Yes.
guys.
Thank you.
We will chat
All
to
right.
you again soon.
Stay
Yep.
safe, everyone.
Okay.
Dolly and JJ, great community builders, great people, and very grateful, as I said, that they're bringing us all together, even in this virtual way. Very creative people, and Cool House concerts will be back next year, hopefully, but this year, this is the next best thing. And as I said, tonight we have two very high caliber sets of performers who are joining us, and it's going to be great. And we're going to actually, let's get right to it. Why waste any more time? Our first guests are a duo called Non-Duo, a name which is frankly a little confusing, especially when you consider that this Non-Duo duo, which is actually a duo consisting of Paul McCarthy and Marina Goodman, are not a non-couple. So just to be clear, they're not a non-couple who make up a duo called Non-Duo, which is in fact a duo made up of not a non-couple. They're going to have some singing to do for us, but I think they also have a little bit of explaining to do. I hope you agree with me there. Well, I think one of the first questions I'm going to ask is, where did that name come? It's one of the best names that I've ever heard for a duo. And we're going to be meeting them in a few minutes. But first of all, we're going to give you a little sample of one of their music videos. And this is a song called Free. This is Non-Duo.
Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Far on my raft I sail. Storms will surely lie before me, blown along by all my fantasies and everything I dreamed of as a child. I sail silently away. I know the stars above will guide me. Pray the dark of night will hide me, so I can live to rhyme another day. And I'll never go back now, knowing the world that surrounds me. All my regrets sink away from me. I'm free now, I'm free, yes I'm free. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Wow, thank you. Non-Duo, one of their many wonderful music videos. And here are the wonder couple themselves, Non-Duo. Really is a non-duo. Oh, here they are. For a second, I introduced you, and then it was me, and suddenly I was like, am I the band?
Trying to fake you out.
How are you guys?
We're good.
We're doing good. Thanks for that wonderful introduction.
Oh, I'm not finished with you yet. We have plenty more to talk about. Well, I've known you guys some time, and I've always enjoyed seeing you live. So, you know, I feel like we're old friends now. Well, I just had a birthday last week, so I'm old.
We're getting older.
Yes, we are. And so, how is this lockdown with you guys as a couple, creators together? Are you being very creative during this time?
Yeah,
Well-
we're handcuffed right now. You want to see? No.
It's been actually good. We've been very busy. We've been doing a lot of stuff, creative and business-wise, trying to get stuff started and keep the income flowing some way. We haven't killed each other yet, so that's good.
That's
we've
always
had
a plus.
moments. We've had moments.
That's always a plus.
Wait, how close
Well,
are we?
And so that song that we just heard, "Free," what a very positive song, so uplifting. And I love the line that was there towards the end of that clip. I will live to rhyme another day.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true songwriter / poet.
The songwriter / poet is Yuri Loza. That's our Russian translation.
Yes, but he's being very modest. It's a very loose translation. It's not a exact translation by any means.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of poetry did go into it by well, both of us, and but it is a translation from a Russian pop song that's very popular over there, and the artist gave us permission, and that's why one our other video went viral, and even this one a little bit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
But,
can
yeah.
hear the Russian influence too with the arrangement.
Mhm.
You know, where you have those instruments, and I guess is that an accordion that I hear,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piano.
and piano, yeah, and you have, because you're from Moldova originally, so you're not quite from Russia, but sort of
Yeah.
close to that part of the
Yeah.
world. And I read in your bio that Paul, you're from New Orleans or
Mhm.
New Orleans. You're a native, so you can say it right. Why don't you give us a lesson there? How do we say it?
It's said a lot of ways, but I
Okay.
think the natives say New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay. Yeah, because I learned it from the Rolling Stones when they sang New Orleans, and there's a bunch of British
Yeah.
rockers
Yeah.
saying New Orleans. So
Don't
that's
listen
how
to
I
them.
always pronounced it. And so, and I read, and this is in your bio, that Moldova, you're from the swamp of Europe, and New Orleans, you're from the swamp of the United States, right?
That's
Are you-
correct.
Yeah.
That's, and how
Swamp
did
of
you
the
guys,
South.
the swamp of the South, and how did you guys get together? How did you meet?
Well, here I was already here. Well, I arrived here in '94, so a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
We met at Matt Denny's actually.
Ah,
JC Heights.
JC Hike
Yep.
shows, right?
Mhm.
He wasn't even performing as the main act. He was backing up his drummer,
mm-hmm.
John
and
Gannon.
I was there watching because I was always a fan of the show, and we locked eyes. We actually have a song about that.
Oh, wow.
That we're gonna play tonight. Yeah.
Good. So it's good that you met through music and you were able to sing, continue your music together. And as I said in my intro, you have some explaining to do with your name. Now, I love the name Non-Duo, and I've never asked you this, but I think here's an opportunity. How did you come up with that name?
Well, I was an avid, I guess, follower of non-duality, which means that underneath all the differences, we're actually there's no two things happening here. It's one thing. It's more than just being one. There is no two things happening. That's why we can look like two people, or 10,000 or a gazillion, but really it's just one energetic force happening. Hence,
That's how I
non-dual.
know your thoughts.
Wow, that is an incredibly beautiful spiritual message, and it's there in the title of your band. I love it. Thank you so much for explaining that. Now, you guys are working on a new CD, is that right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We're in the final mixes of the album. It's called In Your Eyes. We're gonna. There is an English and a Russian version of In Your Eyes that we decided to do. We're actually having a pre-sale on it to try and finish the album, help us finish the album. And we built a merch page like literally this week. So if anybody's interested in buying pre-sale, you guys can go onto our website. There it is, nondual1.com.
Great.
And under merch, you will see it right there. It's bright, can't miss it. And buy it, help us out, finish the album. We should be done, I don't know, next couple of months or something like that, if all goes well.
That's a great way of doing it, of doing pre-sales. And is it being mixed by Ed Tree? Am I right on that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, wow, that's going to be a great album. And I know, Marina, you also have written a novel.
Yes, I have.
And is that your other passion, writing prose?
Yeah, that was my first passion, actually. And I've had that since I was a teenager, actually. Yeah, so I completed and finalized my debut novel, and I'm looking for a presentation. It's called World Ship.
Wow. Okay, great. And we can actually check out your writing, your musings, etc. at creatingmarina.com.
Yes.
That's the URL? Okay. So we got to go out there and check your writing at creatingmarina.com. And then, Paul, you have other interests. So you're a graphic designer and editor. Is that right?
Yeah, I do videos and a little videography, and my main gig is graphic design.
Wow. And
Yeah.
oh, look at
So
this.
yeah,
This
there's
is
the
some of your
graphic
work.
design.
Mitsubishi stuff
Yeah.
that I did.
Wow. Wow. And you know, you guys you have the best names because Paul, your website, can you tell us what it's called?
Crudeart.com.
I thought it was called Better Call Paul.
Oh, no. No,
He was making
that
a
was
joke.
just, that was just, in the description, yeah.
Because I thought that is the best name I've ever read. Because I'm a fan. Are you a Breaking Bad fan?
We
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Yeah,
And
as am
Better
I
Call
with-
Saul.
With Better Call Saul, yeah. And I read that and I was like, oh, this is fantastic. Better Call Paul. I think you should change it to that. But and then
Actually, yeah,
also, we're going to have you guys sing in a moment, but I'm not going to let you get away without explaining this to me. You also, Paul, create wind chimes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes,
There's some,
we didn't bring one close. Yeah, but yeah, we have
No.
some hanging. Oh, right there.
back here
Yeah.
somewhere. Oh, there you go.
Wow, that's beautiful. And we can find that at wisdomwood.com.
.net.
.net.
Wisdomwood.net.
Yeah.
You guys are absolutely made for each other with this non-duality, wisdom wood, and just there's a higher self. There's a higher self or selves going on. I'm not sure what, but so much more we can learn about you at nonduo1.com. And we're going to come back and chat a little bit at the end of your set, but we're going to let you guys just have the floor now for, it's very hard to say, 6 songs. 6 songs, because yeah, I know you say do some 6 songs, and like a lot of performers were like, oh yeah, that's my thing, all my songs are sick. But with you guys,
Say it in German.
I think we got time for about 6 songs. So why don't you guys go ahead and play, and then after you're ready, come on back, and we'll just have a quick little chat before we bring Greg on. But the floor is yours. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is Non-Duo.
Thank you.
Domo arigato.
But still, it's not someone new, kind of our relationship.
Oh. Sorry.
Do you need that?
Hello,
All right.
y'all.
So the first song we're gonna do is "Us Not Someone New."
Actually, now that we're alone, we could talk about right?
Yeah. But before we talk about "Us Not Someone New," it's my kind of like idea of how we met. We were talking about how we met Danny. So this is kind of my interpretation of it. I saw you sitting right there, just as before, looking for more. Yes, you were looking for something, perhaps something that's new, or someone like you. And then you caught my eye just as I was looking at you. That's when I knew you saw me as not someone new. Oh. You saw me as not someone new. Oh, no. But someone like you. I knew you from then. Now you're here again, staring at me. So we talked like old-time lovers, and we talked for hours of all that we were. We knew each other just as before. Thousands of times lost in our own inner worlds, same as before. That's when I knew you saw me as not someone new. You saw me as not someone new. Oh no, that's how I like you. That's when I knew you saw me as not someone new. Oh, you saw me as not someone new. Oh, that's when I knew you saw me as not someone new. Oh, that's when I knew you saw me as not someone new. Oh no, as not someone new. Oh, as not someone new. Oh no, as not someone new. All right. That song is going to be on our upcoming album.
The shortened version.
Yeah, the shortened version. This next one is from our first album, first song that most of you have heard many times.
The first song, the first album. Train song.
Going to get my rifle, set my sights up on you. You are not disciple, on this we must agree. Trains keep on passing, and I can hear you calling. Next life's will be lasting, but this one is for me. Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Ho! Going to get my back now, I gotta hop this train now. Run across county lines, no, you ain't going to find me. Wheels keep on rolling, I can hear you calling. Next train will be coming, this one is for me. Next train will be coming, this one is for me. Ho! Gonna cut my pride now, got nothing left to hide. No, you ain't my lord now, I never shall you be. Life keeps on drumming, and I can't hear you die. Next life will be coming, this one is for me. Next life will be coming, this one is for me. Oh! Gonna get salvation if that's your motivation. Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Oh! Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Oh! Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me. Next life's everlasting, but this one is for me.
All right.
Just in case you guys noticed, Paul is wearing a kilt today. You wanted to prove that you can wear a kilt online?
The announcement said pants optional, so wearing a kilt. It's a pretty white kilt that belongs to my wife, also known as a skirt. But
On that
I'm
note,
not a real Scot, right?
we're gonna do the Russian version of one of our original songs, "In Your Eyes."
Okay, Твои.
It's called "Твои глаза." That's also gonna be on the album. Paul is gonna attempt to sing Russian right now.
I'm not gonna attempt. I'm gonna do it. I don't speak Russian, but I can pronounce it syllabically.
Ночью дом покинул я, чтобы не было все зря. Я не знал, куда идти, я не смог тебя найти. Там не был ты и не был я, но в конце все понял, да. И хочу тебе собрать, все написано в глазах. Твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза. Все вокруг, что без тебя, это шоу без огня. Я экран, я вот смотрю, но во снах тебя ищу. Без тебя я бы пропала в тех местах, где я была. Чтобы я тебе не лгал, я смотрю в твои глаза. Там нет места для меня, нет места для тебя. Чтобы я тебе не лгал, я смотрю в твои глаза. Твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза. Все тогда увидел я, там нет тебя и нет меня, никого найти нельзя. Твои глаза, перестал искать тебя. Сегодня здесь, а завтра там, наконец пришел в себя. Твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, 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 глаза. В глубине твоей души перешел весь этот путь. Я нашел твою любовь, и в любви нашел я суть. Ничего я не ищу, мою долю подожду. Чтобы я тебе не лгал, я смотрю в твои глаза. Там нет места для меня, нету места для тебя. Чтобы я тебе не лгал, я смотрю в твои глаза. Твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза. Все тогда увидел я, там нет тебя и нет меня. Никого найти нельзя. Твои глаза, перестал искать тебя. Сегодня здесь, а завтра там, наконец пришел в себя. Твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, твои глаза, 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 глаза.
All right. Thank you guys for being here, those of you who are commenting. And then I think I saw Charles earlier.
I just saw the numbers on there.
Okay. Hey, so I'm going to do...
So we were both reading on that. You see, we weren't looking at the audience. We were looking. I was looking over here. She was looking down there. We don't have the Russian lyrics memorized yet.
There's a lot of words there.
It's hard for me.
All right. So this is Hey Hey Come Around from our second one.
Can I do a quick tune?
Yeah, he's going to do a quick tune. this song, we were actually thinking of some video ideas for this song. We were offered to do some drone video, and we want to use this song for that video because it's so big. So we see it like in a cliff somewhere with dress flowing and everything. So
I found a location, Pinnacle Peak. It's like just north of Lake Arrowhead. Look it up. We'll see you there.
all right.
2, 3, 4.
My love. Hey, hey, hey. Come around. Hey. My life. Hey, hey, hey. Make a sound. 'Cause I've still got a lot to figure out. 'Cause I lost you in a maze, and now I'm born. How to come around. Hey, my love. Hey, hey, hey. Love abound. Hey, my child. Hey, hey, hey. Stick around. 'Cause I've still got a lot to figure out. 'Cause I lost you in a maze, and now I'm born. How to come around. Come around. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Come around. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Love abounds. So come around. Come around.
Hi, Lois.
And Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy joined us. Annie Dixon, Charles, I saw. Thank you all for signing on.
All right, we're gonna
Let's see
do
what's
Going Back Home, which is, you know, where we all are. So
Mhm.
also from our second album, which is on pre-sale on OWEN.com. What else can I say? We've been working on our website a lot, just revamping it a lot.
We totally switched it over.
Yeah, we switched it
Made the
over.
first one on Muse, and we switched over to WordPress and Bluehost. So
Bluehost, highly recommend.
yes.
I also started writing articles, just, you know, some useful information for us artists, and if
and
you were,
useless information too.
yeah, and some entrepreneur information, because I mean, you know, artists are entrepreneurs, so we're in the same boat. We're also going to feature artists on our website soon. We're still working that angle out. So check it out, see what we've been doing. since we've been doing a lot. We also started a publishing company called Independent Artists, but spelled independent, like a pendant, artists. That's what our music is going to be under from now on. So we're working that angle out as well. And Paul is still tuning.
Wow.
So we're going to do Going Back Home. I took a ride on a silver bird, all alone, all alone, surrounded by people I'd never known, all alone, all going home. Now I'm going back home. I slept for hours between your wings as a drone, humming so low, dreaming of nights that I'd spend in your arms as a drone, humming so low. Now I'm going back home. Now I'm going back home. Head for New Orleans, guitar on my back, but no bags to check. Carrying on that I've held through the years, just to let it all go for you. Yours were the eyes that were looking for me in my mind, calm as the sea, counting the hours as they drifted away with the miles, calm as the sea. Now I'm going back home. Now I'm going back home. Head for New Orleans, guitar on my back, but no bags to check. Carrying on that I've held through the years, just to let it all go for you. Gone are the days that I left behind long ago, looking for more, searching for worlds that I'd never find long ago, washing ashore. Now I'm going back home. Now I'm going back home. Head for New Orleans, guitar on my back, but no bags to check. Carrying on that I've held through the years, just to let it all go for you. Carry it on. Right.
So Owen the Irishman, now you know how to pronounce New Orleans. It's in the song.
By the way, we encourage people to subscribe to Divine Rebel Music on YouTube and to OWEN DARA, as well as to us. We're all trying to get it to 1,000 subscribers. We're all around 100 something.
We have a bet on who gets there first.
Yeah, let's have a bet. Who gets there first? You can find the YouTube links on our Facebook, on our website. Just type in non-duo, you'll probably find it. All right, this is our last song from our first album, High on the Water.
Do you want to, we're talking about how we wrote this one. It was originally slow and weird and kind of, it was this dark, slow.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this haunting melody, and I said, let's pick it up a little bit and make it more
Good
fun.
idea.
And
then
then
it became about, getting shipwrecked
and past lives and all that crazy stuff.
pirates. 2, 3, 4.
High
I'm on the wrong fret. That would have hurt. 2, 4.
High on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away, sail away. Lightning storms on the water where the ships once sailed, still lit down there where the sun can barely see. Tattered sails all drift away like distant dreams fade in the day on the shores of make-believe. High on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. Thunder rolls on the open seas. My heart once drowns till it's down there where the soul can barely breathe. Buried lies all gasp for air and stir things up. I left down there as the waves are crashing in. High on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. Sailing high on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. Sailing high, 'cause maybe it's nothing at all. I can drown and answer the call. 'Cause in the night and the shadows of the day, it's all the same. It's all the same. Sailing high on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. Sailing high on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. Sailing high on the water, so high on the water. How high on the water, sail away. And now back to the studio.
Back to you, Owen.
Back to the studio. Well, back to my house in
Can't hear you
Pasadena.
yet. Hang on. Hi.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
thank you so much. That was so nice and an insight into your songs and to your writing process and what you're doing in the future. It sounds like you're doing some great things on your website with featuring artists and writings, and that you're preparing for all that now.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
We're
We're
going to revolutionize website design for music.
Good.
yeah, we're still working on how we want to do that, but yeah, we want to feature other artists. So if you guys are interested to be featured on our site, let us know.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah.
And also, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel, and it is that easy. You go to youtube.com/nonduo, click the button, and you're done. So, and great music videos that are up there, like the one that we showed earlier, and so many more. And it sounds like you'll be contributing so much more to that site with everything else that's going on. And thank you, Paul, for taking the cue of pants optional.
Yes, did you also?
And wearing a kilt. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, every time.
Let's see it.
Every time.
Wow. Is that which leg is that?
That's my left leg.
Not the middle one. Okay.
Oh, we could go there, my friend. That's where the 6 songs would come in, right? Oh my God, that's brilliant. I love it. So, well, thank you so much, Paul and Marina. That was just a beautiful set, and we always enjoy seeing you. And thank you for taking part in the Second Sunday Songwriter Series every month. We always enjoy your videos. And
thank you, Owen, JJ, and Dolly for letting us, do this and keeping us part of the community and making the community. Thank you.
Well, it's absolutely our pleasure, and we will see you guys again soon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Looking forward to the next act.
Yes, it's going to be fantastic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Non-Duo, and as always, they did not leave us down. You know that there's many more places that you can see Non-Duo at their YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/nonduo, NONDUO, and on there you will be able to subscribe, see their videos, and also they're going to be doing some streaming shows online that are coming up. It's going to be featuring songs from their first album and also their upcoming album. And don't forget to visit their website, nonduo1, that's the number 1.com. And on there, you're going to be able to see so many things that they've been working on. You're going to be able to pre-buy their album, which is a great way of raising funds to finish the album. And then you get a product at the end of it, which will be, I can promise you, listening to them now, I know it's going to be a great album, and it's being mixed by Ed Tree, who's a great artist in our community, and he's been a sound engineer for so many years with his own studio, and very good choice. So it's a community effort, and we want to thank Paul McCarthy and Marina Gutman for being with us, and always good to see you guys today. And now I should mention the tip jar. As you know, there is a suggested donation, but if you're hitting hard times, which many people are these days, we're happy to just have you here with us. And if you feel like putting something in the tip jar, that's great. And if you can't, that's absolutely fine. We share tips with the featured artists. And so it's slim pickings these days, and artists are trying to make a living. But as I say, first and foremost, we're just happy that you joined us tonight on this Saturday night. Very happy to have you. And the links are there. As it says, yeah, this is a free show with suggested $10 donation. This allows us to take care of the artists and continue putting together these great shows. So feel free to throw something in the tip jar if you feel the urge. Now, coming up, speaking of these great artists that we have, next we have the lead singer and songwriter from Greg in Good Company. And tonight I hope he's in good company also. A band whose cinematic melodies paired with heartfelt lyrics and excellent harmonies give them their unique sound, which has been described as a mix of alternative rock, folk, country, pop, and soul. Greg Gilman is not only a great songwriter, but also a dynamic frontman. In fact, Underground Music Magazine Collective said of Greg's performance on the song Is It Any Wonder, he does a troubadour's work by delivering every word with the heartfelt conviction he's become known for. Here's an example of Greg's work in a video that features his band, as well as a great many other people in his life, and you'll see what I mean in just a moment. This is Greg in Good Company. The song is called Love.
I got a feeling that I really can't explain. It starts inside my gut, moves up to my brain. I feel it in my hands and in your little toes. With every pulse that beats, our connection grows. And I hope you know I won't let go. It's all you won't know. What it is like to wander this world all alone. I'll always be there one piece beyond the bone. I won't give up if you mess up. I promise I will always try to understand. Because love is all that matters in the end. Because love is all that matters in the end.
Wow, Greg in Good Company and a song called Love. We were only able to play a little clip of it there because we're just excited to get Greg on board to chat with us. And here he is. This is Greg Gilman. Hi, Greg in Good Company, who I can't hear.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, very good. It's so great to see you again. We were looking forward to having you on the show.
It's good to see you too. It was also great to sit back and listen to Non-Duo. They were rad.
Yeah, weren't they wonderful? And what a great couple and a great duo. And so, Greg, that video that we just saw and that song, it is so uplifting. Did you know when you were creating this, did you plan that arrangement to be just those, strumming acoustic guitars, the piano, the harmonies, that rock and rhythm section? Were you just like, this song is just going to be fun?
Yeah, I mean, I have the ability to, in my head, I imagine a lot. Like once I started recording, whenever I'm writing a song, I can kind of hear the overall vision I have. With all the instrumentation I want, and that's if I write a song and it like if I start to tear up in the eyes, that's when I know, oh, this is a good one.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm real happy we recorded that one and people love it, and that video brings me joy too. So thank you for playing it.
Oh yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's so upbeat. But I mean, you have lyrics in there. I think it's something. Is it "I would die to save your life" or something to that effect?
Yeah, I would die 1,000 deaths just to save your life.
Oh my God. I'm swooning, I'm I'm swooning at that. And also that video is so cool because you have so many people in your life. You have the band members and then you have everybody's name and you have the dog and you put is it Sophie is the dog's name?
So yeah, Sophie, my dog George, George
Yeah.
Clooney, Sophie and Riley are in there. My
Ah.
nephews, my band, my producer. So yeah, it was cool. That was a video that kind of, I had a different vision. I had shot other stuff, but it just didn't. I put it together, and it didn't have enough footage. And I was like, oh, I'll just kind of look through all my iPhone footage, and I was like, yeah, I got enough here, and it kind of came together in a very spontaneous way, which is how I like things. I like to just kind of keep it spontaneous,
Yeah.
not try too hard to stick to plans.
Oh, and there's you with the band.
Yeah,
It's
we got
it's really
Alex Duran from with the gentleman with the glasses back there,
yeah.
close to the sign, and then we have Lee next to me, and then on the other side we have Marty, and then that's Alexa and the blonde in the back there.
I see. Wow, what a great band. And I know Lee, you guys got together and you started playing, but there was no rehearsal, right? You were just feeding off each other?
Yeah, well, the first time I met Lee at an open mic, I think like a week after they had moved here from Chicago area. A couple months later, they really blew me away by their music, and I had like one of my first gigs in LA. I was playing with Alex. We had a different drummer, Perry, we're still friends with, and yeah, I was like, Lee, you want to come sing? Sing backup vocals or something? And Lee's like, sure. What do you want me to do? And I was like, you'll figure it out. So we went and played a 45-minute set, and Lee, people thought we were this band that had been rehearsing, and we just kind of threw it together on the fly. And I've been very fortunate to surround myself with so many good musicians who can just take my songs from this level to this level.
Well, it seems like, man, it's like you capture lightning in a bottle every time, you know. There's just that magic when I see your live performances. And we're just happy to have you by yourself tonight. I guess, you know, current situations dictate that
Yes, yes.
you can't have the band in the same room.
Yeah, I
Um,
very much miss my band and miss just live music and playing with people. But you know, all things considered, everything's just fine, and I consider myself very fortunate to be just sitting here chilling at home. You know, with no, you know, not too much stress, just kind of the usual watching the world and having anxiety about that. But
right, which
I
you
got
can
good
pour into your
people here to help.
creativity, of course. Now, speaking of your creativity, you were inspired by um, Stranger Things. Now, are you a fan of that show?
Yeah, yeah, Monsters Lair. That was
Mm-hmm.
that's like that's that's the song we had on the radio, and I wrote that after binge watching the first season with my buddy Tim,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I wrote that very night, and I recorded it 2 days later,
Mm-hmm.
and we put it out. I think in 2016, just put it out there on the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and then by 2019, it was on 88.5 FM, and it was on there for 6 months, and they still play it from time to time.
Wow, and it was on regular rotation, right? It just
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't just played there. It was actually on like 88.5 for six months, as you said, regular
Yeah, I was getting like
rotation.
five,
Wow.
6 plays a week, and
Wow.
we did a show for them last August
Mm-hmm.
called Beach Rock, a 1 day festival, which was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been on the air. I guest DJ'd for them, and I really love that radio station. I think they really nail it with the mix of old and new. And there's not a lot of talk, not a lot of commercials, so it really is mainly just music.
Yeah, great, and great that they're playing your music. And American Way, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that song because it's so relevant in these times.
Hmm.
I mean, you wrote it some time. How long ago did you write that song?
American Way was before Trump had gotten elected, so fall
Wow.
2016, right? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I used to work in the media, in the entertainment. I used to write a lot about media, and
Mm-hmm.
so my head was always in a computer, kind of going through all the crazy things happening in the world. And yeah, I write a lot from that perspective of just being a witness to the world,
Yeah.
and I got thoughts and feelings on it, and
And
that's one of my favorite songs and videos that we were able to do.
yeah, it's really good, and I see the footage. I mean, you addressed civil rights, of course, which is such a big topic right now.
Hmm.
You know, so hopefully it won't be relevant for too much longer in our lifetimes.
You
But
know, I
right now,
think it will, but I think it's getting better. I think that
yeah.
just this the most recent iteration of what's been happening,
Hmm.
for centuries in terms of the pushback and trying to bring attention to civil rights. I mean, the Black Lives Matter movement right now is huge, and I think it is kind of, I hope, a peaceful revolution in terms of it just causes a quicker mindset change, an attitude adjustment for the Americans that need it. And I think we're going to be talking about it for a long time.
And certainly
But
as a
that's the only way we're
songwriter,
going to
you
get
can
through it. We got to talk about it.
certainly as a songwriter you can sway it in another direction, which is good, in a positive direction. You're doing that with your songs and your singing. And so, Greg, we're going to chat a little bit later, but we're just dying to hear your songs. And as I said to Non-Duo, you know, we're doing 6 songs. Can you say it? Is it just my accent, or like when I
Six,
say 6 songs?
6 songs. I hear you.
Yeah, or let's put it this way so there's no confusion. Do 5 songs, and then while you're at it, just do one more.
Sounds good. 5 plus 1. All right.
All right,
8
buddy.
it is.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Greg Gilman.
This is a song called Home. He sneaks. Oh, wait. Sorry. Well, let me just say, since I messed up, this is a song. This is a story about a homeless gentleman and the mother who's missing him. The soles on his feet are on F and A, my lord. Here we go. Home. The soles on his feet are all black from the road. No, oh my God, this is happening. Well, we're just gonna have to skip past that one, and we're gonna move on because I don't know why that's tripped me up. That happens from time to time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sing a song with a harmonica instead. This song is not about a homeless gentleman. It's a song I wrote for my fiance Andrea. This was I think our six-year anniversary present. Now we're 10 years deep. So this goes out to her. It's called Damn Sure. Every place that I can take you is a place I want to be. Every photo that you post for is one I want to see. Every place that I can take you is a place I want to be. I'm so damn sure you are the one that I can't let go. Run if you don't want to hold. This hand for the rest of your life, 'cause I won't let go. Every dinner that you cook me makes me wish that I cooked more. And the fact it makes you happy makes me so damn sure you are the one that I can't let go. Run if you don't want to hold. This hand for the rest of your life, 'cause I won't let go. I need you to know you won't be alone. I'm down to grow old. Every time that we argue only makes me love you more. When your frown becomes a smile, I'm so damn sure you are the one that I can't let go. this hand for the rest of your life, 'cause I won't let go. Cheers, everybody. What's up, Anthony? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Yes, me and Anthony went to high school together. Anthony was a really fun guy. I think nothing but good thoughts about you, dude. Thank you. I see my brother Ben is watching. Maybe my nephews, my sister-in-law Mel. Hello. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Dare I try? Okay. We'll do this tune here. My set list got all messed up by blowing that first song. I don't know what happened here. This is a tune. This is a new one. So, yeah, I'm playing a lot of new songs lately. And that last one, Damn Sure, if you like it, you can find that on Spotify. It's on the Damn Sure record. Or, I'm sorry, it's on the American Way record. And this is a song called Change I Know. I've had my ups and I've lived through my downs. I've been so high that I fell from that cloud. I fought depression so hard I could die, but I only knew darkness 'cause I'd first seen light. I broke some hearts and they broke mine as well. I've dealt with loss and I've suffered that hell. I punched the devil, he put me in jail, but the real bars I found were my own mental cell. Oh, if I could go back to fix up my past, well, I'd find every moment when life kicked my ass, and I'd pull up a chair and I'd sit and I'd laugh, because I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. All the time we waste wishing things could change. I am who I am 'cause of all my pain. And if life doesn't kill me, I know that I'll grow. That is the only kind of change I know. I've been a debt slave since I turned 18. I've blown my money on things I don't need. I work some shit jobs, here's what I learned: don't ever let paychecks determine your worth. Oh, if I could go back to fix up my past, well, I'd find every moment when life kicked my ass, and I'd pull up a chair and I'd sit and I'd laugh, because I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. All the time we waste wishing things could change. I am who I am 'cause of all my pain. And if life doesn't kill me, I know that I'll grow. that is the only kind of change I know. Oh, if I could go back to fix up my past, well, I'd find every moment when life kicked my ass, and I'd pull up a chair and I'd sit and I'd laugh, because I wouldn't change a thing. 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 Hey, thanks, Paul. Appreciate that, man. I enjoyed your set as well. I'm kind of like laughing and smiling through this just because I'm seeing the comments pop up as I'm playing. My brother-in-law and brother are saying hi to each other. You said Charlie Hadley's in the house? Both the Hadleys are in the house, or all three of the Hadleys in the house, and their wives? I don't know. 3 Days in Nashville is a song I couldn't play if I wanted to. I can barely remember the songs I've been playing, apparently. This, so I'll play, Owen mentioned this song in his lovely introduction for me. And thank you, Divine Rebel Music, Owen, for having me. Dolly, appreciate it. And this is my latest single. It's called Isn't Any Wonder. And I wrote it. It's a love song of sorts, and just wrote it thinking about kind of the opposite of jealousy when I see people admiring my beautiful fiance. I've been on stage playing, and I've seen guys walk up and hit on her. It always just makes me smile because, you know, I do the same thing. I did it. So I don't get jealous. And this is a song kind of coming from that perspective. It's called Isn't Any Wonder. If you like it, you can stream it wherever. Isn't any wonder why they all look at you? Isn't any wonder why I just smile when they do? Isn't any wonder why I look at you too? And I sympathize, 'cause I know that it's true. You're one of a kind, and I'm so glad you're mine. Isn't any wonder why they all talk to you? Isn't any wonder why I don't mind when they do? Isn't any wonder why I talk to you too? And I sympathize, 'cause I know that it's true. You're one of a kind. It was worth all the time I spent talking to you. Ooh. And I sympathize, 'cause I know that it's true. You're one of a kind.
It was worth all the time I spent falling for you. Is it any wonder why they all stare at you? Is it any wonder why I don't mind when I do? Is it any wonder why I stare at you too? And I sympathize, 'cause I know that it's true. You're one of a kind. It was worth all the time I spent staring at you. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Hi, Leah. How are you? Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is really cool. On a Saturday night, I'd be sitting around staring at my wall probably, or singing to a wall, or watching TV, and this is way more fun. So appreciate being here. Okay. I'm going to play the song that was tripping me up when I tried to play my first song that I forgot the lyrics to, and which could be a terrible idea, but we'll give it a shot. This is a song called United States, and well, maybe you'll just hear what it's about, you know. These feet are sore, the soles of my shoes are torn, my knees explode with every step, more distress within these cracks. The sun has tattooed on my back, there is a heart, it's beating for a little girl. I see her face, I hear her voice. Even from all this way outside United States, I hope she knows I won't give up. I'm gonna make it home, prove love is invincible. Our love is invincible. My heart ain't divisible, maybe invisible. But our love is invincible, invincible. Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. She needed more. We sprinted through the dark up north, but I got caught and I was sent south again. I rode her car, promising I would work real hard to come right back. Years ago, now she's grown. I see her face, I hear her voice, dreaming of what we'll say outside United States. I hope she knows I won't give up. I'm gonna make it home, prove love is invincible. Our love is invincible. My heart's indestructible. The world is divisible, but our love is invincible, invincible. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh.
guiding me on my way back to United States. How she knows I won't give up. I'm gonna make it home. Prove love is invincible. Our love is invincible. My heart's indestructible. The world is divisible. But our love is invincible, invincible, invincible. My heart ain't destructible. The world is divisible. But our love is invincible, invincible, invincible. My heart ain't divisible. We may be invisible, but our love is invincible, invincible. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. You can find my band. Jessica, thank you. I'm glad you're obsessed. That's awesome to hear. You can buy my album on iTunes still. Do they do that? I think iTunes still exists. Maybe not. It's so rare to have someone say, where can I buy your album? I appreciate it. I can send you a link to an online download from my website if iTunes is not available. And if anyone wants, I'm happy to send anyone a CD. I have t-shirts. Anything helps these days. But it's a real pleasure just to be here and playing for you guys. Also, I feel like an idiot for not having a definitive answer where someone can buy my album online. I don't know if iTunes is still working or not. I feel like, I don't know. Guys, I've been out of it for like 4 months. What month are we in? What day is it? Okay. Jeff, what's up, buddy? How you doing, dude? Jeff's an old friend from Pennsylvania who lived in California, now back in Pennsylvania. We used to hang out at my old restaurant Starters. Not my restaurant, but I worked there. It's really cool to be able to play for all the people on the East Coast that I had to, leave behind and come out here in California. And it's cool. I haven't really gotten to tour out there yet, so it's cool to play for y'all right now. My brother-in-law requested one of his, I think this might be his favorite song I ever wrote. It's called Mulholland at Midnight. And this is kind of like my love letter to LA. I really love this city. I've always wanted to live here. I came here for film. I'm a screenwriter, a journalist, as well as a musician. And I really love the dreams and possibilities that Los Angeles stands for. And this is a song about one of my favorite drives. Mulholland at midnight is a beautiful drive. Up off the highway, tucked out of sight. Mulholland at midnight is my favorite ride. Curve through the canyons, cut through the night. Some people say that this town ain't got soul, but I feel the ghosts on this old windy road, watching me drive toward the dreams that may come. They already live theirs, and damn, they had fun. So many stories reside in these hills that I'll never hear, but the wind gives me chills. Windows rolled down with the heat turned up high. Oh, this empty road is one hell of a drive. Oh, oh, oh. Holland at midnight is a wonderful time. The traffic is sleeping, the coyotes whine. Holland at midnight is my favorite drive. The drive through this city of angels and lights. Some people say that this town ain't got soul, but I feel alive when I drive on this road. Must be some magic from that silver screen dripped off a film stripping onto this street. So many stories reside in these hills that I'll never hear, but the wind gives me chill. Windows roll down with the heat turned up high. Oh, this empty road is one hell of a drive. Oh, oh, Some people say that this town ain't got soul, but I feel alive when I drive on this road. Windows roll down with the heat turned up high. Mulholland at midnight's one hell of a drive. That's that song's called Mulholland at Midnight. It is not recorded yet, but it will be one day. Thanks for requesting that, Mike. I love playing that song, and I wasn't planning to. Thanks, Mel. Let's see. I guess I got one more. I think if I counted in my head correctly while singing it. Let's see here. Well, dare I try where I began? I'm going to do it. I'm going to try this song called Home Again. I'm just going to, real quick, remember the lyrics. Okay, here we go. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. The soles on his feet are all black from the road. The callus is building since 18 years old. Oh, he knows that he's got one, but he won't go home. The voices he's hiding are still in control. She sits at the window, daydreams of his soul. Is he alive or dead in some hole? Oh, she knows that she loves him, but he's out of control. He's on his own journey, may God bring him home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He sneaks on the bus and he hustles for food. The strangers who help are the kindest he knew. When the voices start screaming, he just drinks more booze. He knows he ain't crazy, just differently tuned. She sits at the table, cooked his favorite dish, blows out his candle and makes her own wish. Oh Lord, if you hear me, please let me know. Is my boy your older up in your home? Hey, real quick shout out. I think my stepmother, Bobby, is watching with my aunt Leah. How are you guys doing? Thanks for watching. Jeff, thanks for watching, buddy. I love playing for you, man. I know you dig it. I think that's it for me, right? I think that was 6 songs. You know, I don't want to hold the show up. Let me get my headphones on here for a second here. Can you hear me? Check, check.
I was just my mic. I was on muting my mic. Greg, we were just trying to get the last dissipation of that song and your falsetto and the whole vibe, man. It was, I can't even. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
My girlfriend is obsessed with you. Also, so. You know that song that you wrote about other guys hitting on your girlfriend? Like, how do I write a song about my girlfriend hitting on you? This is what I need. She's laughing back there, but this is what I got to come to terms with. She's like, oh my God, I don't even want to tell you. Yeah, I felt like, I thought maybe, should I just leave you two alone? You know, should I? Greg, that was phenomenal. That was, you know, we had you on Songs and Sit Downs a couple of weeks ago, and we were all just blown away. You just did a few songs for us that night. Now to hear a whole set of 6 songs, I think you did exactly 6. We all lost track. We all just I forgot I was even in the show, to be honest. We were just enjoying it and loving it here. You know, before you go, Greg, I just want to talk to you a little bit about that single. You played the song, Is It Any Wonder? And I know the video was online. So that single just came out in April, right?
Yeah.
And it's actually very funny that you say, You don't know if iTunes honestly, I don't know either. I assume it's probably on iTunes and some other platforms.
Yeah, I mean, streaming has really dominated things, and I mean, I love selling CDs. I love when at a show selling a CD because that means they're like really listening to you. When someone puts a CD in, they're really there's a
Yeah.
different attention I feel like that they give you possibly because there's
Yes.
more effort in putting the CD in the player, you know?
Yeah, well, you've done all that work of opening it and putting it in and closing it, so you might as well sit through it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I can't keep track of whether you can iTunes is changing. All this stuff's changing all the time, so I can't keep track of it. So if it's,
Yeah.
I think you can buy the album on iTunes. I think.
Yeah, well, it's a great place to be that your album is or your CD and your single is so many places that you can't keep track of all the places because I know you're streaming on all the music platforms. So
Right.
anybody who wants to go and check you out can check out Greg and Good Company streaming. Your entire catalog of music is on there, right?
Yeah, and I will be releasing. I got so that song, that last song, "Home," I did.
Mm-hmm.
I play with a artist collective called Flight of Voices, and we
Mm-hmm.
did kind of a quarantine thing with that. So that kind of got sidetracked with everything going on, but that will be coming out, and so that will be on YouTube. And Greg and Good Company is releasing a new single soon. It's gonna just keep an eye out for it. I'm currently making a video for it, and now that thanks to this show, I invested in this interface to connect my audio to the computer, and I recorded that my next single by with this microphone and this guitar, just like this, and
Oh,
it
wow.
was really cool that it it came together so easily, and I could send it to someone to mix, and it sounds just like a studio track. So yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Well, I know you have fans everywhere, and you mentioned Flight of Voices. There's a great video online that people should check out for Dedication Song, where you guys play live. You play with a different band, and it's just such wonderful energy. I know you have many fans in both the human kingdom and the animal kingdom. Uh, so, other videos you can find in line of Greg singing with an acoustic guitar to a giraffe, an actual giraffe, and it's wonderful. Greg, it's just so wonderful to have you on the show. Another question I have for you before you go. You host an open mic, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a singer-songwriter hang. It's called the Writers' Room,
Mm-hmm.
and normally we're doing that every Wednesday night at the North End Hollywood, which is a great
Mm-hmm.
bar, very cool, trendy place.
Mm-hmm.
But pandemic times, we are now in a Zoom room every Wednesday at 8:15 p.m. Pacific, and yeah, it's really just been, it's it's just a bunch of singer-songwriters playing for each other, and it's been really, I think, helpful and cathartic for people who are, especially we had a really amazing female singer-songwriter who had coronavirus, and
Oh,
she
wow.
the first time she could play again was at Writer's Room, and she lives by herself, so she was very grateful just to have a place to hang out with people. And so that's what it's all about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there's 20 of us, sometimes there's 5 of us. So any Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. The link's always going to be on our Facebook or the Instagram.
Great. And
So
you can follow Greg in Good Company on Instagram. That's Greg in Good CO. So that's the handle on Instagram. So check that out. And what a great resource for audience and also for singer-songwriters to have the writers room. I mean, it's so important to have open mics and to have a music community. So just glad you're able to keep that going in these times.
yeah, and
And
right back at you. This is the highlight of my weekend. So thank you for doing it.
well, ours too. We thank you for being with us and all of your fans who tuned in from the East Coast and the West Coast and wherever else. So, Greg, we hope to see you again very soon.
Yeah, man,
And
I'm around.
yeah, great. And what a great show. Thank you so much for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, take care, brother. Thank you all for tuning in. See ya.
Thank you, Greg Gilman. Wow, what a wonderful performer. What a great set. And we look forward to seeing Greg wherever we can in the future. Greg as Greg Gilman or Greg in Good Company. And check out all the streaming platforms. And who knows, maybe even iTunes. maybe even iTunes. Who knows? MySpace might still be around. I have no clue. So we also have upcoming shows, and our upcoming shows are Monday, the June 22nd, which is just in 2 days at 7 p.m. We're having another edition of Songs and Sit-Downs featuring Michael Shipley. Michael is actually an executive producer who's done a lot of TV shows like Last Man Standing and Family Guy, and he's also a musician and a photographer, and he's just a really super interesting guy. So we're going to be chatting to him about his life and his career. We're also going to have Grammy winner Ted Russell Camp, who's going to be performing for us, and Ted is a great solo artist. He's also bass player for one of those great, it's Scooter Jennings, and as I was going to say, he's Waylon Jennings' son, but we shouldn't think of him in those terms. He's a great singer-songwriter in his own right, great, and Ted Russell Camp also writes a lot of songs for him. So we'll be chatting to him, and he'll be playing us a set on Monday, and then the following week, Monday, June 29th at 7 p.m., another edition of Songs and Sit-Downs, and that's featuring David Nathan, who's a very interesting guy. We're going to be going all the way to London, England to talk to him. He has great stories about working with Aretha Franklin and Nina Simone, and he's written a book, a number of books and publications, and he's a very, very interesting guy, so we'll be chatting to him. We'll also have our musical artist will be Michael McNevin. Many of us know Michael McNevin as a great singer-songwriter from Niles, California, and he's a really good guy, great songs, just a great performer, and so that's really going to be a great show as well. Then the following week, Monday, July 6th, Songs and Sit-Downs again. We're doing it every week, every Monday night, and we're going to have Paul Zolo back. Paul Zolo is coming back because we had Paul Zolo on the show some weeks ago, and the conversation went long, but not long enough. Paul has so much to say. He's a singer-songwriter in his own right. He's recorded with Art Garfunkel, among others. He's interviewed Bob Dylan and Paul Simon, and recently he interviewed Billie Eilish, and he's such an interesting guy. We had such a great conversation that he's coming back for part 2. And we also have Josefina Lopez that's coming also that day, and Josefina Lopez is such a great artist. She's the writer of the movie Real Women Have Curves. You may have seen that with America Ferrero. I think she discovered America Ferrero. We're going to talk to her about that. She also wrote a novel called Hungry Woman in Paris. She runs a theater group. She's constantly writing plays, and she's on a spiritual quest, and she's going to be a fantastic guest. So the next 3 Mondays, at least the next 3 Mondays for Songs and Sit-Downs are going to be fantastic and very entertaining. So we hope you come back for this. And then, of course, Sweet Sounds Around Town will be coming back next month with that, and guests are to be announced. And thanks so much, everyone involved in the show tonight, everyone who took part in this evening. Thank you, Dolly, JJ, Paul and Marina of Non-Duo, Greg, of course, Greg of Greg and Good Company, and of course you, our audience. Because without you, it would just be us, and there'd be no reason for doing this at all. So we really appreciate your being with us, and we hope to see you back again very soon, possibly starting this coming Monday evening at 7 p.m. for Songs and Sit-Downs. And wherever you are, I hope you're doing well, and till we see you again, please stay safe and be kind. Thank you so much.